Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever looked at someone's life, maybe even your own, and just wondered, why this particular path?
Yeah, why do some people seem to face, endless struggle while others get these unexpected lucky breaks?
Exactly. What unseen forces are really at play there?
Mm.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into a really fascinating set of personal stories and their pretty profound karmic interpretations.
Right. Our source material, it's this unique blend. It's part personal narrative from someone called a student of the ultimate science.
Okay.
And it's combined with this ancient wisdom that, well, it really tries to shed light on some of life's big questions.
So our mission, basically, is to unearth these hidden links between what look like random events and these timeless laws of cause and effect.
Hopefully giving you those aha moments,
Yeah.
the ones that clarify things.
We want to explore karma, not just as what goes around comes around, but more like a precise system, almost
Yep.
scientific, really.
Where specific actions have these remarkably direct consequences, often across lifetimes. That's what these texts suggest.
Okay, let's dive in. Should be some surprising insights here.
Definitely.
So let's start with this compelling individual, the central figure. His journey really kicks off our exploration.
Right. He has a supportive wife, and the family background sounds quite impressive.
Yeah, his father ran the #1 cram school in the country, maybe 20 years ago, and his mother was a dean at a top university.
So naturally, people just assumed they were loaded, living the easy life.
But what's really interesting here is the paradox right at the start.
Exactly. Despite those prominent jobs, the father, well, he was often taken advantage of, apparently. Didn't have much in savings.
People thought they were rich, though.
Yeah, and the advice I got was even just let them think that. They'll want to be your friends. Kind of strange.
It wasn't until the mother retired and took over the school full-time that things really turned around financially.
Right, then they cleared debts, started saving. So it raises the question, why the struggle initially for these accomplished people, and then that big turnaround?
It does make you wonder. It's a good reminder that what we see on the surface, well, it isn't always the full story.
Like their neighbors' assumptions,
Yeah.
often way off the mark.
Absolutely. But then things took a turn for the son, our central figure. He got into a really dire situation himself.
Ah, yes, the building trading business with his uncle.
Right, his father's younger brother.
Yeah.
And it ended badly. Millions of in debt.
Just devastating. The story says he was left holding the sweaty, wet money, literally everything he had left.
And in that moment, total desolation, what does he do? He uses it to create a Dhammakaya Buddha image, a specific meditative form.
Wow.
Yeah. Feeling like he had nowhere to go, even thinking about sleeping in a tent. So this act, done under such extreme pressure, it feels huge.
It really does. From a karmic standpoint, how does that weigh an act born from desperation, but maybe with pure intention?
That's the question.
And what's intriguing here, it's not just what he did, but the when and the how.
Meaning?
Well, making such a big act of merit when he was already deep in the red, financially negative, that's extraordinary.
He called it staking his life on it, didn't he?
He did. And that feeling he described afterwards, that immense spiritual joy, pity, despite his circumstances,
Yeah.
that's powerful. It really points to a significant internal shift, like generating this huge positive karmic energy, even before things changed on the outside.
And what happened next, after this act?
Well, it's pretty remarkable.
Go on.
Soon after, his father faced a massive health crisis, life-threatening,
Okay.
high blood pressure, and then his large intestinal blood vessels became really fragile, prone to tearing, severe internal bleeding.
Oh, wow. Serious.
Rushed to the ICU, facing emergency surgery, and the doctors only gave him a 50-50 chance because of the blood loss. Critical situation.
Oh, my goodness. So the son, seeing his father like that?
He makes another incredibly quick, almost desperate decision, drives straight to Wat Phra Dhammakaya Temple, and makes another Buddha image.
Exactly. This one specifically for his father's recovery.
Yeah.
But he couldn't wait for the actual image to be, finished.
So what did he do?
He grabbed a small statuette of Luang Pu, a really revered master, and rushed back to the hospital.
Okay.
His father was still conscious, though in shock. They gave him the statuette to hold, told him to chant Sama Arahang.
A calming mantra.
Right. While waiting for this high-stakes surgery.
And then...
And then the bleeding just stopped.
Stopped completely.
Completely. Doctors did more tests, couldn't find any trace of it, no source, nothing.
Wow. So the surgery...
Postponed.
Yeah.
And then it just never happened. For 7 years after that, apparently, whenever symptoms slightly reappeared, the father would make merit by creating more Buddha images.
And avoided surgery altogether.
Avoided it completely. So what does that specific outcome tell us? How did this happen against the odds?
Well, this recovery, it really shows not just the power of present merit, but its ability to actively intercept a karmic consequence.
Intercept, like change the path.
Almost like a spiritual override button, you could say. It shows that even deep-seated past karma isn't necessarily set in stone.
So the father's near-death experience, the bleeding, that had a past life cause.
According to the interpretation, yes. In a previous life, he was a traditional doctor. He unintentionally gave the wrong medicine, nearly causing a patient's death.
Ah, okay. Unintentional, though.
Right. So the karmic payback wasn't extremely severe, but that mild past karma, it was intersected by the present powerful merit of creating those Buddha images.
The son's merit-making and the father's later on.
Exactly. That present good karma was so strong, it effectively mitigated or even, overtook the old negative karma, prevented the surgery.
That's a profound lesson, isn't it, about the power of what we do now?
Absolutely. And it highlights that we don't have to wait for a crisis. We can proactively make merit, build up that spiritual reserve.
Sometimes without even realizing how crucial it might be later. Okay, so that's the father's incredible story. But the karmic threads in this family, they go in other directions too. Let's talk about the son's older brother.
Right. He was born with an intellectual disability.
And the family's understanding, the common assumption, was that it was because of a difficult birth. Specifically, the use of forceps.
Seemed logical, right? A plausible medical explanation.
Yeah, but this brings up a really crucial point again, doesn't it?
It does. Because while it's natural to connect the birth circumstances to the condition, the deeper karmic view, according to this wisdom, is actually quite different.
Oh, how so?
It suggests the disability stems from his own past karma, specifically being a habitual drinker in a past life.
A habitual drinker. Okay.
And what's more, the parents' past karma of distributing alcohol as gifts.
As gifts.
In a previous life.
Yes. That apparently attracted a child with those specific karmic tendencies into their family.
Wow. So it wasn't the forceps directly. Not the ultimate cause. It's more like the brother's past karma influenced the situation, influenced the doctor's decision to use forceps instead of, say, a C-section.
Sort of forcing the doctor's hand, karmically speaking.
That's one way to put it, yes. It really shows that even high intelligence in parents doesn't automatically guarantee the same for children if these other karmic factors are in play.
Underscores how karma can shape even how we enter the world. That's quite something.
It is a powerful distinction.
But here's an incredibly moving detail about the brother. Despite the intellectual disability, he has these remarkable spiritual experiences.
Yes, during meditation.
Yeah. He's able to visualize a clear crystal orb and even a yellow Buddha image inside it. He even drew pictures to show people.
That's truly astounding, especially for someone labeled, intellectual disabled. Challenges our ideas about capacity.
Absolutely.
And what's fascinating is that this vision, it's known as a kusalanamita, a wholesome mental image.
So not just imagination.
No, in Buddhist practice, it's seen as a very positive sign. Inner progress, spiritual insight. It confirms that this capacity for inner light, it's inherent in everyone.
Regardless of conventional intelligence.
Exactly. And this experience, it's a profoundly positive sign for him. If he nurtures it, thinks about it often, it could actually help him overcome his karmic burden faster.
Really challenges our assumptions about who gets to access these deeper spiritual truths.
It really does. True wisdom isn't just about academic intellect, is it?
No. And seeing this capacity in the brother, it kind of puts the son's own spiritual longing into perspective too, doesn't it?
Interesting connection. Like there's a deeper spiritual current running through the family beyond just worldly success or challenges.
Yeah. Okay, so the immediate family has given us a lot to think about. But the karmic picture, it extends further. Let's look at the wife's mother now.
Right. Her life seems to have been exceptionally difficult, according to the narrative.
Very much so. A rice farmer, endured cataract surgeries in both eyes, then developed diabetes.
Which led to further complications.
Yes, a major vein blockage. It caused her right eye to protrude quite terrifyingly, apparently, and she eventually lost sight in it.
Oh, that sounds awful.
And on top of that, diabetic foot wounds, leading to 2 toes being amputated. Just a life marked by repeated, severe suffering.
This kind of profound hardship, these severe illnesses, the sources trace them back to multiple karmic threads.
Okay.
Her generally difficult life and health issues attributed to simply not making enough merit in previous lives, a sort of deficit.
Right, and the diabetes, the amputation.
Those are linked specifically to the karma of killing animals for food.
Okay, that connection comes up again. But the eye. That very specific, horrific detail about the protruding eye.
According to these texts, that incredibly specific suffering is directly attributed to a past life action. Killing a pig, but first. Cruelly poking its eye with a stick until it broke.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's incredibly stark.
It is. It's presented as an almost mirror-like reflection of the past deed. It really highlights the precise and sometimes quite shocking nature of karmic retribution as it's understood here.
Like a very specific, almost brutal form of poetic justice.
You could almost say that. However, there's a hopeful note, too. Even with external blindness, the potential for inner vision through Dhamma practice remains.
Seeing the crystal orb or Buddha image within.
Exactly. Offering a path to inner peace, even amidst physical suffering.
Okay, let's shift now to the paternal side of the family. The grandfather.
The one with the mixed Chinese-Thai heritage.
Yes, his childhood story is quite unique. He was actually abducted.
Abducted as a child.
Yes, from his home in Thailand by his own paternal great-grandfather's Chinese wife, and then raised in China.
Wow, that's dramatic.
He only came back to Thailand as a young man, bringing his own wife with him. So what does that tell us, karmically speaking, this traumatic childhood event?
Well, if we connect it to the bigger picture, the interpretation given is that his abduction was direct karmic payback.
For something he did.
For his own actions in a previous life. Apparently, he too had abducted a child.
No kidding.
Yes, abducted a child from relatives in another region because they refused to give the child to him willingly.
So his own experience was like a picture of his past.
Precisely. What's really striking there is the mirror-like precision again. The exact nature of the past act being replayed.
A profound lesson
Yeah.
served up directly. It really adds a layer to, as you sow, so shall you reap.
It certainly does.
Tragically, the grandfather later died of colon cancer. There were complications after surgery, a leaked bowel connection.
Ah, okay.
And the son's father, our main figure's dad, he often blamed the uncle for this.
Blamed him how?
For giving the grandfather certain foods after surgery, things like egg yolks, sticky rice, even herbal liquor, coconut milk, he believed those caused the fatal complication.
That raises an important question, though. Was it really the food?
No.
According to these teachings, the answer is no, not the ultimate cause.
So why did he die then?
He died because his merit was exhausted, his store of good karma for that life had run out, and his lifespan was complete.
Oh, so the food was just incidental.
Approximate cause, yes. An event that happened when his time was up, but not the root reason.
And the colon cancer itself?
That, again, was linked back to past karma of killing animals for food and also raising animals for slaughter.
Okay. It highlights that when the merit runs out, almost anything can become the trigger, the channel for the end of life.
Exactly. Blaming one specific thing while human nature might miss the deeper karmic currents.
Right. Now let's talk about the paternal grandmother. She was Chinese, remembered fondly, kind to the grandkids.
But there's often a but.
But she was also a habitual drinker, and apparently became quite a nag when she drank.
Okay. And she died from diabetic wound complications.
Yes. And her husband, the paternal great-grandfather, died young, also known as a heavy drinker. So we see this pattern of alcohol again.
Yes, and what's particularly salient here, according to the source, are the consequences after death. Both the paternal grandmother and the great-grandfather, due to this karma of habitual drinking, ended up in Yamaloka.
A realm of punishment.
Yes, where they are described as enduring the suffering of being forced to drink hot molten copper.
Wow. That's incredibly vivid and specific.
It is. It's presented as a direct karmic consequence that the Buddha didn't just theorize about, but actually observed, saw as a reality.
Really underscores the impact of something like heavy drinking on your next destination.
Profoundly so in this view.
Okay, now, in stark contrast to all that,
Right.
let's look at the maternal grandmother.
Right, she lived a very long life.
And was known for her love of making merit and listening to Dhamma, the Buddhist teachings. Seems like a positive picture.
It does, yet
Yet the son, our main guy, apparently often dreamt that she had little merit, which seems odd, and she did eventually die of old age and diabetes. So there's a bit of a discrepancy there, isn't there, between her practice and the son's dreams?
there is. And what's really intriguing here is exactly that contrast between perception, even dream perception, and the described reality.
So what was the reality, according to the source?
Despite the son's dreams, upon her death, This maternal grandmother was reborn as a deva.
A celestial being. A goddess.
Yes. In a golden mansion in the Katumaharjika heaven, one of the lower celestial realms. Specifically in the Gandharva lineage, they're like celestial musicians.
Wow. Quite a destination. And that was purely due to her merit.
Solely due to her accumulated merit from engaging with the teachings, yes.
So this really shows that destiny is determined by your own karma, right? Not family ties, not even what others perceive or dream about you.
Precisely. Your post-mortem destination is entirely your own making, based on your actions, your intentions.
It's a powerful reminder not to judge a life just by its surface, or even by dreams.
Absolutely.
Okay, finally, let's bring it all back to the son and his wife, the central couple who started this whole exploration for us.
Right. We've seen so much about their extended family's karma. What about their own journey together?
Yeah, have they been connected before? Is their bond also rooted in past lives?
According to this account, yes. Very much so. They have a deep karmic connection.
How so?
In a previous Buddha era, so a very long time ago, the son was actually a monk for a while, part of a community of Dhamma practitioners.
Okay, a monk.
But he later disrobed, left the monkhood to marry. And his current wife, she was his wife back then too.
Wow. The same couple?
Yes. And she was described as an exceptional supporter of his spiritual path back then, a very good supporter, even called a rare gem of a partner.
Always encouraging him towards merit and good actions.
Exactly. That kind of consistent mutual support over lifetimes. It's a powerful indicator of a shared spiritual journey.
That's really beautiful. But it must be quite rare, too, finding that kind of support across lifetimes.
It's certainly presented as something special. What makes a bond like that endure?
Well, it points to very strong shared intentions and merits made together in the past.
Makes sense. And we heard he still feels a strong pull, a desire to ordain now in this life, but he has worldly responsibilities.
Is that longing also an echo from that past life as a monk? A remnant of that karma?
Absolutely. That desire to ordain again, it's seen as a powerful karmic imprint carried through lifetimes.
Like a wish he made.
Exactly. A wish he made repeatedly back then. May I get the chance to ordain again in future lives? That strong aspiration is still playing out now.
And his wife's role. Still supportive.
Yes. Her unwavering support for his spiritual path, even now with his worldly duties, it's seen as a direct continuation of her past role as his excellent supporter.
A quality admired by humans and even divine beings, the text says.
It does. It's a profound testament to a shared spiritual journey that really transcends just one lifetime. Shows how intentions and relationships can echo through ages.
Wow. What an incredibly intricate and revealing journey we've taken through this one family's karmic story.
It really is something, isn't it?
We've seen how actions, intentional, unintentional, from this life, from past lives, they all seem to weave together, creating this complex fabric of our current situation.
From health to wealth, intellect, addiction, even where people end up after death. Nothing seems random in this view.
No, not at all.
And the key takeaways from this deep dive, they seem pretty clear. Proactive, merit-making giving, ethics, meditation, it's shown as incredibly powerful.
Yeah, for lessening negative karma, like with the father's recovery.
Definitely. And we also saw these really direct, sometimes quite shocking, links between specific acts.
Like distributing alcohol or harming animals.
And specific consequences, like the intellectual disability or those severe illnesses and injuries.
It suggests the Buddhist teachings on karma and the afterlife, they aren't just metaphors here.
No, they're describing what's presented as an intricate existing reality, a precise system of cause and effect.
This deep dive, it's given us such a unique window, very personal. It goes way beyond just, news headlines or generic stories about karma.
Absolutely. It really encourages, I think, critical thinking and maybe some self-reflection. If you, listening now, feel you have maybe a clearer sense of these profound laws of cause and effect as they're presented in these traditions,
Yeah.
how might that knowledge actually change the way you live your life from now on? The choices you make, the kind of legacy, karmic legacy you're building for yourself and maybe even for others.
That's definitely something to truly ponder, isn't it?
I think so.